All right, guys, Johnny with Upscale. So today is Saturday, guys, and what are we doing? Well, normally I leave Saturdays open for what I call specialty work, and that is, pine straw installs and that kind of thing. But today we're doing crepe myrtle trees. This particular client has uh, 13 crepe myrtles. 13. Well, no, it's not 13. I'm wrong. It was a total of 10. There's one right there that he cut that he put his Christmas decoration on. But he said he wasn't up for doing all of them. So we're going to get them done for him today. Uh, and here, guys, we talk about winter work. Let's talk about that again. These trees here, these are very deciduous trees. And this time of year, people like to get them trimmed. And, you can trim them different ways, but he want this one, he wanted nub down. So that's what we're doing for him today. But here's one. And all of them, I can stand. I don't even need a ladder to do them. This is already a client. I did this lawn on Thursday. Here's another one. And he's got about 6 in the back. And I'm going to get some footage of what we're doing because he and the wife just left. So let me get started. But this is what we're doing, guys, and this is work if you got clients and you haven't trimmed the crepe myrtles for them before. This will be a good time. Again, drive by your current clients' properties. Say, hey, I see you have, hey, if it's 2, if it's 3, everybody may not have 10 like this guy had. But most people do have several in subdivisions like this. Crepe myrtle trees are really popular in this area. You know, especially if you're in this part of the country. This is what you should be doing, and this is extra money. We're gonna get busy. All right, guys. So yeah, today we're doing crepe myrtle trees, and again, the conversation continues about work for this time of the year. It is the winter season, and for a lot of guys, they call it quits this time of the year. But you have to look at this the right way. Lawn care, you have to change the mindset about lawn care. Lawn care is year round. I mean, you don't take up your lawn and put it in a storage building during the winter. So your lawn is still there. Your beds are still there. What we're doing today, you create myrtle trees. They're still there. So they have to be done. Now, what we're doing today is uh, we're going to be trimming all of these crepe myrtles. And crepe myrtle tree trimming this time of year, I'll be doing more videos on this because we will get a good bit of this work. This particular subdivision where I am today, if you just get in your vehicle and ride this subdivision, and this is a subdivision where we mow, we have about, I think we've got around 8 properties in this subdivision. And next year, I'm planning on picking up another maybe 3 or 4 or 5. My goal for this subdivision is to have a complete day here of about 10 to 12 lawns in this one subdivision. Or right across the highway from here is another subdivision. I want that many between these 2 subdivisions. So I will be here in this area all day. But again, we're doing crepe myrtle trees. Now, about these crepe myrtle trees, there are, to me, different ways that people uh, like to have these trimmed. And that's the question that I ask when I'm doing crepe myrtles. How do you want them trimmed? Do you want them nub down or do you want them cut like maybe three quarters and half, part of the stem sticking up. Some people like that. I did some last year, several, where the people wanted part of that stem that comes up from that nub. They wanted it about an inch or two, maybe 3 or 4 inches of that left. And so all of them are pointing in an upward direction. So you have to do crepe myrtles in different styles. Depends on what the client wants. Always know what the client wants. Um, Again, if you go through most subdivisions, crepe myrtle trees are present. All you have to do is look. Uh, Pick up the telephone. If you're looking and if you really want to do this and do lawn care during the winter, just today, while I was doing this video, I was sitting here getting ready for the upcoming week, and I just was looking through my schedule, looking down my list of names, and I just sent 3 texts tonight. I did it last week and said, "Hey, we're mowing for the holidays. Would you like to get your lawn service?" All three of the people that I text back and said yes. Some said yes, please, because the ones that I text, I knew that their lawns were full of leaves. It was grown up. Beds were grown up. I knew they needed attention, so all I did was text them, and they said yes, come in and do it. So the work is everywhere. Now with these crepe myrtles, once you trim these, then the cleanup process comes into play. You have to clean it up, and you have to have somewhere to dump the clippings from. And I have an area where the city picks up, and it's really a dumping spot. It's in a subdivision, and all of the neighbors use that one spot. And I know the people in the neighborhood. I don't live in the subdivision, but guy across the street told me, "Hey, you can dump those clippings." I had some on my truck one time. I was doing a lawn, and he said, "Man, if you like, you can dump those clippings right there in that spot there. That's the spot we use for dumping." And the city guy comes around every Monday, and he picks up there. So I have somewhere to dump it. Otherwise, you would probably have to go to a city dump and pay a dumping fee. But again, you know, uh, this type of work is here. Create myrtle trees. You know, again, this guy had a total of 11. One that he trimmed it, but we ended up finishing it up because he said he didn't have the trimmers that we had, and he couldn't get it down as smooth as he wanted it. So we finished it up for him. But and this guy, he's a regular client. And if you're mowing lawns, and if you're doing lawns during the regular season, you'd have a hard time telling me that you're not doing any lawns that there are crepe myrtle trees present. Again, this guy has 11 in his lawn. He's got 5 in the back, I think, and 6 in front. I was looking at the house next door. In the backyard, they have 4 in their backyard. I mean, the crepe myrtles, especially in this area, they are literally everywhere, especially in subdivisions uh, where you have really nice homes, where you have really the people that can afford what you're doing in lawn care. Most lawns have crepe myrtles. I mean, if they're not, you're not looking real hard. And what you have to do is you have to contact these people. Don't be afraid to ask for the work. Sometimes you have to ask for the work. That's just like if you want business. Sometimes you have to ask for business, you know, because the work is always there. Now, this particular property where we are today, we came and we serviced it on Thursday. Then we came back Saturday to do the Crepe Myrtles. But the Crepe Myrtle conversation with this guy, we've been talking about the Crepe Myrtles for about the last 3 weeks. So we had to come to an agreement on exactly when we were going to do it. So, there it is. The work is always there, guys. It's always there. If you especially now, I'm not sure, but about how things are up north. But I have a friend of mine that lives in Virginia, and he told me he does lawn care in the winter months. He don't do as much as he do during the regular season, and he does do some snow removal. But hey, he incorporates the snow removal with his lawn care. But guess what? He said if it wasn't for the snow, he could really do more mowing than he does. He says because whenever it's not snowing, he's doing some type of lawn care in somebody's lawn. And that's the work that's there. It's something to do in every lawn. You just have to get out and you have to look. You have to send a text message, send an email. There are several different ways of contacting clients. Have packages that you sell. I mean, when you get new clients, and this particular client here, we just picked this client up this year. And when I first got him, he told me that the guys that were doing his lawn said the guy told him that he just plain and simply could not get to his lawn. I don't know how that works. What do you mean you can't get to it? I mean, you've overloaded yourself to that point that you can't get to a lawn. I've never been there, guys. I've never had so many until I couldn't get to a lawn. I mean, take a look at this lawn. How can you not get to a lawn like this? This is a weekly during the regular season, and then in the winter months, it's bi-weekly. And this particular client, he's paid for mowing up until February. It's paid. So, the work is always there. There is no reason why you can't do lawn care 12 months out of the year. Now, these particular crepe myrtles, they've been maintained. He told me that he was doing them himself, but he did one so he could do his Christmas lights, but he say he just wasn't up to doing the rest of them. And it is a bit of work involved with it, but it's not much if you have the right tools. Today we're using some pruning shears that I was able to get. Think I think my wife got them on Amazon, but they're the best thing since sliced bread. And I mean, it's quick and easy. Snip, snip, snip is all it is to it. So yes, guys, the work is there.
corner. There it is there. Let me start trimming. Yeah, guys, so I'm headed to the house. I dropped the duck off. And we're done with that job for today. But now you know what I want to know. I showed you all, and ended up being 11 trees. What would you get for those 11 trees? And understand, this is a regular customer. It's a weekly during the mowing season, and right now he's bi-weekly. And also for mowing, he's paid through February. What would you get for those Crept Myrtles trees? Leave me a comment. See you on the next one, guys.